Hey guys, welcome back to another Gaming Memories video. Here we are taking a look at American Pool, a budget style game that was released for the PlayStation back in 2003. Towards the end of the PlayStation's life cycle, when in the last few years of the console being developed, you started to see a lot of these budget entry games that were being released on the system from smaller independent companies. And a lot of these games focused more so on quick and fast gameplay playthroughs pretty much. I have done previous videos on other types of budget games that were also released on the system. I'll make sure to leave links to videos and to playlists in the card and in the description so that you can also go and check them out. And this game focuses more on just pretty much playing pool. If you're familiar with playing various types of snooker games or pool type of games on likes of consoles or even PC, you may be familiar with this style of game. And for the most part, with it being a budget game, it's very simple to pick up and play. Like, there's not really an awful lot to it. You just play in different tournaments and then you can play like one-on-one, and you have different game modes like from 8 ball, 9 ball, and there's a few different modes to choose from, all with their own various rules that you have to adhere to. There is some trial and error involved, especially if you're a beginner to these type of games, as they can take a little bit of getting used to, especially with the controls, trying to pan the camera around to know where to hit the ball and where to position yourself to take the next shot. But once you get familiar with that, after a few moments it'll be a breeze. Now there is different difficulties involved that you can choose from. You can start from easy all the way to the hardest difficulty, and obviously the harder the difficulty, the more difficult the game becomes, and you'll notice that with the computer AI, as it can be very difficult to beat them. So you'll need to have a good strategy in place, and you just need to be quite good at the game. But if that's not your cup of tea, you can opt into just playing the easy mode. But overall, it's a fun game to play. I remember going back to playing a lot of these type of games over the years. I remember a friend of mine had Virtual Pool for the PlayStation back in the day, and we would spend hours playing that as well, because I'm a big fan of playing snooker and playing pool. So to even get to play it even on the PlayStation, even though it was very different and it was at the time you thought it was awkward, but once you got into it you really enjoyed it. And I do remember even when I was at college, I was studying IT at college when I was younger, way back in 2002, and I remember being in some of the classes and you had access to these type of pool games on the computers in each of the labs. So between myself and my mates in the class at the time would spend the entirety of the class playing the likes of the pool games that were on the computer. We weren't even listening to what the lecturer or the teacher was saying at the top of the class. We pretend like we were listening, but the whole time we were just sitting playing pool games on the PC and not really doing any work. So that's how I really got into them. So to go back and to play these type of games again, and especially on the PS1, is a worthwhile experience just to revisit, as they are fun to play. They do take a bit of getting used to, as I mentioned, but they are fun to play, especially if you do like pool or if you like snooker. You'll be very familiar with them and you'll find you'll get into them very easily. They do present a good challenge though, I will admit, but that's exactly what you want. You want to be able to work for what you're earning and what you can achieve, and these games will allow you to understand that. But what's cool of playing these type of games is that they do give you an overall sense and a feel of how the rule system works within pool and snooker itself. So they are worthwhile checking out if it's something that you're wanting to get into, because again, it's a great pastime for the most part, and these games are generally quite fun. And this budget type of game is a fun game to play. Like, it's simple just to pick up. If you're just looking for something that's quick and easy to get stuck into, that doesn't take you long, and just to have a few games and just blast through it, this here would be a good game worthwhile checking out, as there are plenty of game modes that are available to you to be able to get the most out of it if you just want to put in an hour or so here and there and just enjoy a few games. And there's no over complicated elements that you would normally see in more modern games. This here is just quick and simple to the point, so you don't have to worry about waiting on long loading screens or worrying about all these settings or changes. You just get in and just play the game the way it should be played and just enjoy it for what it is. So that's why I do enjoy these type of games. It's quick and simple, there's no hanging around, there's no messing around, and you do have a lot of fun with it. And you find that after a while, the longer you play it, you'll find that you'll become addicted to it because you want to try and win every game possible. So that's even a good element too. So all in all, this is a decent title, and I do recommend that if you're into pool or snooker or whatever and you do like playing these type of games, this is one I recommend that you should give a go. Again, it's quick and simple. If that's what you want, then you'll get that in spades with this game. So I do recommend you have a look at it. And I'd love to know your thoughts on this game if you have played it yourself, or do you like these type of games that were released on the PS1, or even just pool and snooker games in general. Be sure to share it down in the comments below. And if you'd like to see more of these type of videos where I do provide reviews and game gameplay style videos of other budget style games and even more obscure games that were released on the PlayStation 1. And be sure to leave a like on the video. Again, subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon to be updated when future videos are released. And do feel free to check around other videos on the channel, as I do provide a lot of other reviews and gameplay videos of other various types of games that were also released on the system back in the day. So be sure to check those videos out, and until next time, make sure to keep playing those classic games and enjoying them, and keep those gaming memories alive.